Miss May, is this the truck your husband drove?
Yes, it's his pride, now just a moldy memory.
It's time to bring him back to the light. The mold has taken over. It's a total disaster inside.
I felt so guilty, but I just couldn't reach it. Please help my grandson see who his grandfather was.
Please help my grandson see the man his grandfather was. May had whispered, her voice thick with unshed tears, as she sat in her wheelchair before the moldy and abandoned Ford F-100, standing there in the shadow of that dark garage. Looking at that ghost of a truck, I realized the years of thick dust and toxic mold burying this military veteran's vehicle were far more than just a messy interior. It was the physical weight of a legacy left to wither in the dark. This F-100 was the first thing her husband bought after returning from service, driving it with pride for decades until the day he passed away and the engine went silent for good. Now his widow May sat there, her silver hair catching the sliver of light from the doorway, her eyes fixed on the oxidized black hood, as if waiting for him to step out and take the wheel once more. I saw a woman who had protected her husband's memories for years, and I knew that if I did not get this vehicle restored to its former glory, I would be failing a hero's history that everyone else had already written off as scrap metal. The Ford was an absolute disaster zone on the inside. The overwhelming smell of stagnant mold and damp decay hit me like a brick wall the moment I pried open the door, and the interior was some of the most hazardous I have ever encountered. Every square inch of the seats and steering wheel was covered in a thick white blanket of mold and decades of garage debris that had matted the classic fibers completely together. There were nasty, grimy messes in every corner and spiderwebs spanning the dashboard that were truly hard to even look at, but every time I scraped a layer of hardened dirt away from the body panels after pulling the truck out, was not just cleaning an old Ford, I was unearthing the tangible fragments of a veteran's life. I found an old military badge buried deep in the hock, GG, along with faded family photos that had been trapped in the dampness for years. I did not treat these items as garbage. Handled them with respect, because each one was a silent witness to a life of service and a love that May had guarded without complaint, even as her own strength failed. I spent long and grueling hours meticulously pressure washing the entire exterior and using specialized mold remediation tools to blast out the toxic spores from the interior, because it was impossible to breathe in there otherwise. The amount of black sludge and gray mold I extracted from those seats was staggering, and for hours, the only sound in the garage was the rhythmic hum of the extractor and the hopeful silence of a woman who feared her husband's beast was now just a permanent ghost. I took my extra time with the clay bar and polishing machine, reviving the black paint that the garage dampness had tried to kill until it caught the light like a mirror once more. When I finally finished, the chrome grille and the classic Ford emblem felt like a victory over the neglect that had tried to swallow May's past. She told me that seeing the F-100 shine again felt like a weight had been lifted from her heart, giving her grandson a chance to connect with a man he only knew through stories. It is never just about the stains. It is about acknowledging that our history is worth the effort, and that even when our bodies are tired, our legacy deserves to be polished until it shines. A full restoration to trade for the tearful smile of a woman who kept a promise for decades is a price far too cheap for me. But what about you? If you inherited a piece of a hero's history covered in mold and decay, would you spend the days of hard labor to bring it back? Or would you let the memory fade away? Comment your choice below, and are you ready to see your own legacy shine again?